Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keith, and welcome to my review of the new film, The Gospel According to André. Several years ago, a movie came out called Sex and the City, and there was a scene in it where Carrie Bradshaw, of course played by Sarah Jessica Parker, was doing this photo shoot for Vogue magazine in anticipation of her marriage to Mr. Big. And one of the names that was there, one of the people she talked about, was the fact that André Leon Talley was there. Well, I had no idea, respectfully, who he was. But a quick Google search told me that he was the editor-at-large for Vogue magazine. If you look up editor-at-large, it basically says it's a roving reporter. But with all due respect, to call André Leon Talley a roving reporter is really shortchanging him. André Leon Talley is nothing short of iconic in the fashion world. The film opens up with endorsements from some of the big fashion designers, including Tom Ford. And getting an endorsement from somebody like Tom Ford to me is a big deal, because not only do I respect his fashion, but I also respect his filmmaking. Hello, Nocturnal Animals. Now, André Leon Talley is a very interesting individual. Here is somebody who grew up in the Jim Crow South, a very segregated aspect of a dark time in America. Here's somebody who had to go to like colored only businesses and had to act and be in a certain way because of those times. And fast forward now to 2018, he is probably one of the most respected people in the fashion world, as he not only, with his collaboration with Vogue magazine, but it's not uncommon to have different celebrities come and want him to dress them, for him to help them with their style and with their fashion. Here is somebody who's, when he speaks, people listen, and it's not uncommon to see him at front row of different major fashion shows. He is a very in-your-face figure in the sense of he is a very large man, but he also seems like the ultimate gentle giant in the sense of he seems to come off with this extremely sweet, endearing personality. The filmmakers do a really good job of capturing the essence of not only his current life, but his life in the past and what it was like for him growing up, and the fact that he took his P's and Q's from his grandmother, and the values that his family instilled in him as a child is something that he's carried throughout his life. He doesn't seem to be overly fussed on the materialistic things in life, but he seems to be very appreciative of what he has. I think the true essence of any documentary is to really peel behind the scenes and bring to us like a good raw representation of the individual or individuals that they're discussing. And to that end, I think the filmmakers did a really good job. To look at Sex and the City and that blip of the time that he was on the screen, that here's somebody who's very respected in the fashion world. But to see this documentary, you gain a tremendous amount of respect for somebody who has carved out such a strong niche for himself in the fashion world, and to the point where I can say we were very lucky to see somebody like him, and we will never see anybody like him again. I was very impressed with this movie because I'm very impressed with the man and his story. I'm really glad that I had the opportunity of seeing this film. It had a very short run here in Ottawa, but depending on what market you're in, I hope you have the chance to see it. And I also hope when it comes out to video, Netflix, or whatever, you have the chance to see it then. For as far as I'm concerned, The Gospel According to André gets a B+ from me. Very strong year for documentaries from what I've seen so far, and this is another one that complements that list. If you get a chance to see this film, I would love to know what you think. CFL_fan on Twitter, Facebook.com/WittyWhittier, and WittyWhittier.com. Thank you so much for checking this out. My name is Keith, and I'll see you at the movies.